Kentucky floods. It's inescapable. Some artifacts in the KHS archives tell the human story behind the disasters.
We have two different artifacts that are linked to flood events in Kentucky history. The first one is a wool overcoat, and it was acquired in 1937 during the infamous flood in Louisville, Kentucky. The overcoat was purchased by a lifelong Shelby County resident and history advocate named Rosella Cunningham Davis. In January of 1937, Louisville was hit by one of the worst flood events not only in Kentucky history, but all of United States history. In spite of the flooding, Rosella Cunningham Davis needed to travel to Asheville, North Carolina later that week, and she was determined to have a nice new coat for the journey. She travels to Louisville and she finds herself at Stewart's Dry Goods on 4th Street. Now, the store did not have electricity because of the flooding. Nevertheless, she was led upstairs by a flashlight and an oil lamp to try on coats. And she purchased this very fetching green wool overcoat with the fox fur collar. As I understand it, about 2/3 of Louisville flooded during that event. And in the aftermath, the city leaders and people statewide decided working on flood control was going to be a major priority. So you saw the building of levees and flood walls. So the poncho is a purple emergency issue poncho that was collected in 1997 by a man named John Trowbridge. And he was a former Kentucky Historical Society employee and is a historian for the Kentucky National Guard. In March of 1997, you had severe flooding throughout central Kentucky. Mr. Trowbridge ended up in Carrollton, and he acquired the poncho at the National Guard Armory, which had been turned into an emergency shelter. And there you found the American Red Cross and Kentucky National Guardsmen distributing food, clothing, and other supplies to the community. One of the America 250 themes is sense of place. Kentuckians' identities are very much determined by their natural and built environments. Clearly, with the poncho, you imagine that there would have been significant rainfall and first responders arriving on the scene and either wearing the ponchos or distributing them. In the case of the overcoat, I think it shows a commitment to mission on the part of Rosella Cunningham Davis and her determination not to let a flood stand in the way of her plans. There's a certain tenacity there and some grit that I find inspiring as well.
For more information, visit us online at history.ky.gov. From the Kentucky History Center and Museums in downtown Frankfort, I'm Doug High.